morning. I am starting this vlog a day later than normal just because I honestly didn't feel like picking up the camera yesterday. Quick update, I did start A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce, so that's going pretty well. I'm listening to it on Audible, and other than that, I didn't read The Last Days of Magic last night. Instead, I was watching G's announcement video for the OWLs round 4, which are taking place in April. And I was trying to get through some more of my backlog of YouTube videos, so I just didn't read. I wasn't feeling it. This morning is quite early, quite dark in the car. It's cold. It's 37 degrees right now. And I am headed to my friend Bailey's house, and from her house we are going to leave to head down to Portland to meet Darshell and Kayla. Darshell's channel and Instagram are Books and Planners. Kayla's is Whole Lot of Plans, and we also are going to meet Tasia from Sweet Kawaii Design. So that's really exciting. We're meeting them for brunch first, and then we're going to Powell's bookstore. So I probably won't pull my camera out when we meet or anything like that, just because I want to enjoy the time with one of my best book buddies who I have yet to meet, but I will today. And I might show you around Powell's. I've got a list of things I want to find, so if I can find those, I'll show you later, and I'll also tell you what else was on my list. But for now, I think my car is ready to go, and I'm just gonna head on out of here. We've got about a 2.5, 3-hour drive down to Portland, so we should be there around, I want to say 11 to 11:30, so that'll be nice. So I will hopefully have some B-roll for you after this, and I will check in with you later. Yesterday's check-in was way too quick, and I didn't get very much footage from yesterday either. I was just honestly really enjoying my time with all the girls and stuff. It was really great to finally meet Darshell. We have been buddy reading. Our first buddy read was in February of 2019. We did City of Bones together, but we've been chatting and friends since probably the beginning-ish of 2018. I actually just scrolled back through all of our Facebook messages because I couldn't remember if we started buddy reading in 2018 or 2019. And the first thing, outside of commenting on each other's YouTube videos or commenting within the Creating Inco book club group that we chatted about one-on-one, was the first round of the OWLs. I sat mine in April, and Darshell was too busy, so she sat hers in July and was asking questions about that. So yeah, we've got an almost 2-year-long friendship going on here, so it was really great to meet in person and just kind of, I guess, further the relationship like that. It was also really great to meet Kayla, who I know because of Darshell. And then Darshell kind of surprised my friend and I by having Tasia come along yesterday, who's the owner of Sweet Quiet Design. So I wasn't at all expecting to meet Tasia. And it was really nice to meet her. She's just as sweet in person as you would think she is based off her videos and things like that. So it was just a really great day, just a girls' day. We had brunch at this restaurant called The Screen Door, and three of us had really sweet breakfast, and the other two had savory breakfast. We all just kind of like tried each other's. I had grits for the first time. Well, I took a bite of grits for the first time. And those are interesting, but not my favorite. And then we went to Powell's and we spent a really long time at Powell's. For those of you that don't know, it's a independent bookstore in Oregon. I don't know if they have other locations. I want to say they have 2 Portland locations, but I could be wrong. But it is an entire city block big. And they have multiple levels, and their books are categorized by genre, but each genre has a specific room. So you've got like the rose room, the blue room, the gold room, and things like that. So we spent a bit of time on like the ground floor, getting suckered into all the books along the way, and spent a lot of time in the fiction room and young adult room and also the fantasy room. Sorry. I ended up buying 9 books yesterday. And I also got one from Darshell. She does a small scale, like it's a bi-monthly box of books and planner related items because they're her 2 favorite things. And she had leftovers from her Harry Potter themed one. She didn't tell me she was bringing me the extras that came with the box. She just told me she had an extra copy of The Rook. And then she pulled out the whole box to give to me, which was very, very sweet. So there were some fun goodies inside. Like, I can show you one of them that's sitting right here. There were a couple paperclip type things from different shops. I think each person got a different Harry Potter character, and I got Hagrid, which is perfect. I love Hagrid. I also have, I think it's rose gold, a Deathly Hallows paperclip as well. There was also a candle and some other fun goodies in the box, so that was really sweet of her, and stuff. And then we also went around to different stationery places in Portland. A lot of them, I mean, have a whole bunch of stationery, but a lot of them too were mostly for pens and things because you gotta have a pen to write in a planner, and people get pretty snobby about the certain pens they use, and you know, very specific. I'm not saying that as all in like a bad way. But yeah, it was fun to just test out different pens and things like that. I didn't buy anything. I'm trying to go through what I already have before buying any more things, but that was really nice. Just to spend time with them. I think we left around 4 or 5. I got home at 9. It's about a 3-hour drive for us from Portland to where I live, near the Seattle area. So it was a really great day overall, and I'm super happy that we got to do that. We're already talking about our next meetup and where that's going to be. Darshell's saying she's got plenty of room in Kansas, and I let her know that I'm really good at holding babies. So when she has her baby, I will definitely hold the baby. Oh, goodness gracious, Aoife. We also were joking around about going to Universal Studios and Disney World as like a girls trip and leaving the kids with the boys and stuff, but we'll see if that happens. It definitely won't be in 2020, but maybe 2021 we can make something happen. But other than that, Monday, I started Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man, by James Joyce, and it's going okay. I've read Dubliners by him, and I really didn't like it, but it was also kind of my first foray into short stories. Um, so we'll see how Portrait of an Artist goes. I think I like it. We're kind of following a younger character who's in school and just kind of, I think it might be like his coming of age story or something. I'm not entirely sure. But the way this is written is very like stilted and a little all over the place. It kind of feels like a stream of consciousness. Like I feel like it's written how someone's mind just bounces from one thing to the next and like just goes through everything pretty much. So I feel like it's gotten a little easier to like get into the groove of it now. So we'll see how that goes. I am listening to it on audiobook, which may also be contributing to that. But I read Dubliners as a physical book, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I listened to it a little bit yesterday morning, and that's about it. I have my violin lesson today, so I'll be listening to that on the drive. And then I'll try and get in some more of The Last Days of Magic by Mark Tompkins, but we'll see. You're such a ham. So I think that's it for my update for right now. I've got about an hour and a half left of work, so just taking a quick break to film this. I'll show you my books here in a little bit, but right now I am gonna go and put this doggy on the ground. But I will check in sometime soon. It has been quite a while since I last checked in. Honestly, I just haven't been doing a lot of reading. I've been reading like a chapter here and there of The Last Days of Magic, and I've been listening to quite a bit more of A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, but I still have about 3 hours left. And I'll just be honest, I'm not really enjoying either of the books I'm reading right now, but I might DNF The Last Days of Magic, but I'm definitely going to finish A Portrait of the Artist. But I also want to give Last Days of Magic more time because I'm only like 40 pages in. And I think just honestly what I'm struggling with the most is because there are a lot of Celtic names within it, which are hard to pronounce. And I don't want to just say them wrong the whole time. So I'm having to stop a lot to see if I can find pronunciations online, and some I can, some I can't. So it's just been a long process. I don't like when books are so choppy like that, and you just have to stop and like figure out pronunciations and things like that. It's not a lot of fun to read through, but I feel like once I get the bulk of the names down, at the beginning of the book, then going through the rest will be easier, and I think I'll actually enjoy it a lot more. But I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. Yesterday was Saturday, and we went to Men's Warehouse to get the boys fitted for suits. And then today my dad's birthday is tomorrow on Monday. So today we are actually going to my brother's house, and we're gonna celebrate my dad's birthday early. So I am right now looking at some like potion labels I have that I bought through Etsy, and I need to print those out because my mom and I sat and put together some potion bottles for wedding decor yesterday. So need to do that at some point, but we're going to be leaving here soon, so I don't have time to print and cut these, which is fine. But yeah, that's basically where we are right now. I don't have the biggest update just because I honestly haven't been doing a lot of reading, but I might check in one last time before I close out this vlog. Well, I'll need to because I'm not going to close it out right now, but I will definitely check in with you all later, probably take you along, watch the dogs run around and what have you. So I'll check in before I close out this vlog. We are back from my brother's, and Maddie's been typing up a school thing on the computer, and while he was doing that, I started making a baby blanket. My friend is pregnant. They're having a little girl. That's an end that I need to weave in, and she was asking on Facebook if anyone could make a chunky blanket, or if anyone like knew of anyone who made them, and I was like, I can totally make you one. So after a little bit of trial and error, because I really need these knitting needles to be like a foot longer, I think we've got a size that'll work. It's really only gonna work for like a baby and a little kid, I guess, so whatever. Yeah, I guess if I like arm knitted it or hand knitted it, I could, but I need to be able to set it out of the way and like stuff it in a box somewhere for when I'm not working on it. I don't really have a place where it can just like lay flat and not unravel itself. So I need to use knitting needles. And I taught myself how to knit. I've never learned how to crochet, and it's just really like, to me, it seems like it takes a lot more mind power to crochet than it does to knit, but that would probably be the ideal way to go with this chunky stuff, just because, I mean, look at this, it's so thick, and then I wouldn't have them bunched up on the needles. It's making my hands hurt because I'm gripping so hard. But basically what I'm using is, I bought it from Michaels. It's the Loops and Threads brand. It's called Ariel Big. And this is 20.5 yards per skein. And it is, what color is it? Dusty Rose. So, not too bad. I've got that much left of skein number 2. So we're making some progress. I hopefully overbought on the yarn. I think I bought like 7 or 8 skeins of it because it was on sale for $5 a skein. So there's that. Her baby shower was supposed to be this coming weekend, but it got canceled because of the virus and just wanting, to make sure everyone was safe and all that other good stuff. So I'm going to finish it and then try and meet up with her. I haven't told her I started it or that I'm going to try and meet up with her. She also thinks she's paying me for it, but she's not. And so yeah, I'll meet up with her before the baby's due in the next month or so, and give it to her. So that's what I started doing. I listened to like maybe 10 minutes of Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man today. So obviously that and The Last Days of Magic are going to carry over into next week. I should hopefully have Portrait of the Artist done by Monday. And then who knows about Last Days of Magic. I'm going to give it like at least another 40 or 50 pages. I want to try and meet like the 100-page mark and then decide if I'm going to DNF it or not. I also think my friend Eric over at Break Even Books and I are starting Love Boat Taipei this next week. But I'm not 100% sure. We haven't talked about it in a little bit, but he had mentioned maybe starting this week. So we might do that. Yeah, so I think that's it for my reading. I am going to end the vlog now. Maddie Boy's outside with the neighbor boy. They're riding bikes. Actually, the neighbor boy's running around because he's a little animal. But Maddie Boy's riding his bike. So here in about an hour, we are going to take him home. So I'm going to start editing while he's outside. That way, when we get back, I don't have as long to edit. So I'm going to wrap this up here. Would really love to know what you have been reading this week. If you are maybe stalled on a book like I am, I need to know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone, but I need to know that there's other people who struggled with their reading this week. So please do let me know what you have been reading down in the comments below, and I will chat with you there until my next video. Bye!